I'm Lucky from Lucky's Elite Breaks, joined by Ekman from Ekman Sports Collectibles. You can find the links to our pages in the description box below. This is Gym Mint 10 Sports Season 2, Episode 4. Scotty is not here. He'll be back next week. He is out sick. We do want to say a huge thank you to our fans. You guys helped us achieve our first milestone. We now have our first 100 subscribers on YouTube. So we really appreciate that. Thank you for the support. Josh, is that not exciting or what?
That's huge, I think. I mean, I know it's just what was it, 100 you said?
We're at our first 100, yep.
Yeah. I mean, I know some people might think, oh, it's just 100, whatever. But I mean, yeah, I think it's pretty big. I think it's just going to keep growing faster and faster. So
I do
think
too.
that's huge.
So how did you fare in your bets in the Super Bowl last week?
I can't remember exactly how I did, but I'm just gonna say I did terrible. Although was it not tails, heads or tails? I think it was tails. Yeah, because I know I
Yeah,
won
you
that
had
one for sure.
tails. Yep.
Yeah, tails never
That one
fell, so
worked
I
out.
knew I had that one. But other than that, I didn't do too good. How about yourself?
I didn't do well. I put a lot of bets. I even called you. And I was like, dude, these bets are good. Like I'm gonna do this and that and that. Nothing ever.
Yeah.
Yeah, nothing ever worked out for me. I'm like, what is that echo? Am I lagging?
Yeah, that was us. I was trying to share us out here on Facebook, but I couldn't figure out how to do it. So people will find
Jared,
us.
well, they don't allow ugly people on here. Scotty's not here, as you can see. So
yeah. I see.
but yeah, no, there was, I made a lot of bets. I think that that holding call was kind of stupid. I mean, a lot of people can go back and forth, but that holding call changed the pace of that game. I mean, his hand was just there. Happens all the time, and you can't make that call that late in the game with that much riding on it. Just let him play and get it done. So
yeah, I don't know. What do you think about what's his name? Was it Bradbury? Is his name Bradbury, the defensive back? He came out and he said it was a holding. Like, he did hold him. I don't know if he was doing that to kind of like play the nice guy type thing, but at the same time, if he does believe it was a hold and they called it, I think, yeah, there's Jared. It was a hold, plain and simple. So I honestly I agree with Jared. I mean, if it looks like a hold, and here's the thing: as fans, we can look at that and we can see it on the TV, and we can pick it apart, and then we get to see the video, like the replay of it, like constantly. As a ref down on the field with that type of atmosphere, I mean, they obviously aren't going to get everything correct. It's just not going to happen. I don't know if it was because of the situation that made it worse than. Here's the thing: if it was flipped the other way, the Eagles been the same thing. Same thing happened. They'd be switching their tune up. It'd be the Chiefs being like, "Oh no, that wasn't a hold or whatever." And yep, that's just the way it goes. But here's the thing: at the end of the day, I believe. I mean, Jalen Hurts. He basically showed us that he is the go-to guy now in Philly. Besides, I think he had one bad play or something the whole game. He is the answer for Philly right now. I think they're going to keep him. I think he's going to do great. Patrick Mahomes is on pace, I believe, in my eyes, to become one of the greatest. I think he could pass Tom Brady up as the greatest ever. But he has a long way to go for that, and I think he has to play at least another like 13 to 15 years to even maybe have a chance at that. But he just doesn't stop. I mean, I don't think they even have anybody right now. Like, their defense obviously isn't the greatest. Their receivers aren't like the best. Like Juju's the best receiver. He's just a slot guy, in my opinion. They need a true number one receiver. Travis Kelce's obviously awesome. They go through running backs like every year. Like, they don't have like a true team around them, but if they don't try to like screw around with that team, and I don't know where all the money is in that, because I know they paid Mahomes a lot of money, so I don't know how much money they're going to have in the future. If they can kind of do what the Patriots dynasty did for those many years, that team could win a lot of Super Bowls.
Oh yeah, for sure. I don't know about Pat Mahomes being better than Brady though, because I mean he has to win a lot more rings. He's got to do a lot more. I don't know if that's
5 more.
but
what's Brady have? 6 or 7?
He's got
7.
7. So
so he's only
I mean
5 away.
Yeah, so, man, but I don't know.
5 away from Mahomes doesn't seem like a lot. He goes to the AFC Championship game every year. He's won 2 Super Bowls in the last 5 years. I mean, he keeps that pace for the next so many years. I think he has a chance. They don't need a new head coach in the future. Yeah, that's probably true. Yeah, Reed's probably done here sooner or later.
Yep. So I do want to go over. Speaking of football, right? And we're kind of on that football topics. It is the end of football now, but the last thing we should talk about. How about the Joe Burrow scandal? And you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, this is
I
a
think this is
scandal
your
on my
story to
part.
share.
Yeah, this is a scandal on my part. So if for everybody that knows, I sell. That's mostly what I do with Ekman Sports Collectibles. I'm a seller, so I'm always out looking for good deals, buying cars, buying lots, whatever I can do. And there's a gentleman up in PA that I get stuff off of all the time, and this wasn't his fault. He actually got hurt by this also. Um, but he had autograph. So I guess when they do like in-person signings at events, they'll like give them like so many things to sign and whatever, and then they'll put like a sticker on the back, and so it'll be like an in-person event signature. Well, and I don't think I could even show it because I don't think it would show it that well, I guess it will maybe. Can you see that okay?
Yeah, it's a little blurry, but
Okay. So that's a Joe Burrow Chronicles rookie, and it has genuine authentic on the back sticker, and it has a 6-digit code, and you can see right there by the signature itself. And I've actually compared this signature to other signatures, and the gentleman I bought this off of compared the same signature to other signatures, and it looks spot on, like spot on. And I went and I sold it to someone down here at the flea market I work at in Myrtle Beach. And the gentleman, thank God, the gentleman I sold it to was a regular. He came back the very next day. I never looked it up because I just figured, you know what, I got it off of a guy I get so much stuff off of. He didn't look it up. And when the guy brought it back, he said it's not coming up under this sticker under their website. So I said, all right, well, let me look into it. I looked into it. I couldn't figure it out either. Contacted the guy that I bought it off of. He said he got in touch with that actual company, talked to him on the phone, and they said, yeah, that sticker is not valid. Meaning, I'm thinking it's meaning that someone printed this sticker out, put a digit, like 6 digits on there. But here's the other crazy thing: it came with a certificate of it being authenticated. So
do you think
they
someone
had.
could have made that certificate
That's
and
what
the
I'm
sticker?
assuming.
And
I'm assuming that they made now. He's still in talks. So with the eBay, so I'm assuming I think he got it off of eBay. He said so. He's in talks with the eBay guy, and that guy kind of like just stopped answering. So he's trying to get his account shut down because my buddy got like 3 or 4 other ones, and they're all the same. So he
yeah,
got like really screwed out basically of it. So yeah, that was the first time that's ever happened to me. I've never had a autograph like that. I've never had someone had to bring it back. Thank God, like I said, it was someone that was a regular that like bought off of me so much and that trusted me anyway. And I made it right by him. I gave him a Kevin Durant auto graded SGC 9. And I gave it to him for really, really cheap. And that's a card that's going to go up, obviously, with Durant going to the Suns now. So I definitely helped him out. But yeah, that was definitely a very interesting day that day because that was like one of the last things I wanted to happen. But
yeah.
but yeah, I've heard of it happening before to people, and unfortunately, it happened to me.
I mean, we're not immune to it in what we do. I mean, even in breaks, I just did that really good baseball break. It's one of the biggest breaks I've done.
Mm-hmm.
It just didn't pan out, So things like people not getting what they expect, a lot of
Yep.
times it does happen, and we're not immune to it. We can't always guarantee, what we're getting, but all we can do is what you did, right? We make it right by everybody.
Exactly.
Make sure you took care of them. So, but yeah,
Yep.
that break I did. So, um, you were in on it, right? You watched it,
I was,
at
yeah,
least for the most part.
I was back and forth because I think I'm always working around that time, or I might have been down here. I just might have been sleeping off and on. But yeah, I definitely
Yeah,
watched it. And that was a pretty nice break. I was impressed.
it was a nice break. Not the hits that we wanted to hit, but I
Yeah.
mean, did get our Bobby Wood autograph. We got
Yep.
see autos are being faked a ton lately. Makes us buyers leery.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the thing. If I'm buying, the one thing I won't do, I'll go back to the break in a minute, but the one thing I won't do, a lot of people buy cards from people on Facebook, like in those sports card groups.
Yep.
So they're going to be like, okay, yeah, selling this or selling that. And all you see is the scammers like not sending the card, not paying. I
Yep.
will never do that. The only thing I'll do is buy a card on eBay and you have to have like a whole mess of reviews showing how you're 100% or 99.5. But
Yeah.
I don't trust many people. I'm not a very trusting person
Yep.
when it comes to that. So like that's why the one thing I do is I always try to do right by my customers, because I know how it is like when you don't trust someone. So I always try to do everything I can to make it right by you. If you skunk on my brake and you hit nothing, I'm gonna throw extra stuff in there. Hi
There's your
babe, look
wife.
at, she's in here. um so yeah, but going back to the break, I do have to make a couple things right, because we did a random 30 spot. Someone got the Rockies.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's really all they got, a few cards, right?
Yeah.
A couple of good rookies. But yeah, the biggest cards we hit was like the Bobby Witt autograph. I'm trying to think of what else we hit. I know that was the main one. I know Jared pulled a couple nice O'Neill Cruzes in
Yep.
that break. So the O'Neill Cruz autograph is really nice looking. It's numbered to
Yeah.
99. And he also got an O'Neill Cruz a jersey card, and then he got a O'Neill Cruz numbered to like 99 rookie card. So,
Yep.
um, not the guys we're looking for. You want Wander and all that, but it's still good cards,
Yeah.
So the next break we do, I think it's going to be, it might be crazy.
I was gonna ask. I didn't know if you wanted to reveal it yet or not, because I know we're like in the middle of talking about what it's gonna all be, but I know that you were talking about it's gonna be a pretty decent one.
Yeah, I'm thinking same price around about per team from the last break,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm gonna double the amount of autographs we're gonna get. We should get around
That's
43
what you're telling
autographs.
me.
Yeah,
And
27
correct me if I'm
boxes.
wrong, because I know you handle a lot of like the obviously how much the teams are, stuff like that, especially with baseball, because I don't know a lot about the
Yeah.
baseball stuff, but you have had plenty of messages or new people that have come in and said, "Hey, your breaks are like such a good deal." Not that they're so cheap that like we're not doing anything on, but they're not expensive. Like if you go on, they're like $100 breaks basically. Like they're actually getting a good deal for the product and stuff.
Yeah, like I mean, you're not necessarily getting a cheap break, but
Mm-hmm.
the one of the new guys comes in and he's like, "Dude, the value you have, like if you did this same exact break with another breaker on TikTok,
Yep.
it'd be like 130 a team, where
Yep.
like you're doing it for 70 a team." And I'm like, well, I'm not trying to get rich. Oh yeah, so by the way, Jared sent a picture earlier. He has a picture with Derek Fisher he took at the All-Star game.
Oh, really?
So
Oh,
yeah.
nice.
But yeah, no, so yeah, the next break is going to be pretty big. Same amount of um, the price, but the autographs, maybe 43 autographs. I want to do 7 hobby boxes, and I might do a whole case of optic mega boxes from
That's
2021.
nice. Yeah, I think
An
you
entire
said that.
case.
Yeah, you said the mega I mean, it's not guaranteed an auto, but they come with like an auto or a mem most of the time, or something like that, or something. You said
Right.
made that comment. So
Yeah.
yeah, 43 autos. That's absolutely insane.
Yeah.
I mean,
So
if you're a baseball fan and you don't get in that break, and you've gotten in all the other breaks, then yeah, you're a crazy person if you don't get in that one. So
yeah. So, and I mean, now football's over, basketball, some people like it, some leave it alone, but baseball's coming.
yeah,
So, it's a good multi-year break. I'm going to do 2020 in there, 2021,
yep.
2022. So you got to be pretty big. So, did you get a chance to check out the dunk contest?
I didn't watch it live, but so I should have bet this. I don't know why I didn't do it, and I need to get back into the gambling space, because I knew right away as soon as I saw. And correct me if I'm wrong. Is it Mac or Max
M-
McClung?
Mac McClung.
All right, the kid has insane hops, insane.
Yeah.
He's not. I don't think he's really that tall, but uh, I don't know how to even judge the dunk contest anymore. Like, obviously,
Yeah.
I think the best dunk contest of all time, and someone could correct me, saying it's probably gonna be Jared, but the best one is Aaron Gordon, Zach Levine, and I can't remember how many years ago that was, but that was absolutely an insane dunk contest. But I can't, like, we're so used now to like what they do now that I can't compare it, like, unless I go back and like watch all the tapes of all the old dunk contests. But I'm assuming back then they weren't doing anything crazy. So
It started really taking off with Jordan and Dominique, because that one was
yeah, that was
it,
another.
it,
That was probably another
yeah.
best of all time. Yeah,
I would say if you're going head to head, I like when there's more than one person because like this Mac McClung had 4 really good dunks, but no one else really did anything
Really?
special.
So he didn't
I
really
like
have anything.
when, yeah, like you
Yeah.
win. You did your first dunk, okay, you win. But
Yeah.
I mean, I like dunk contests where there's 2 good people that battle it out. Like
Yes.
one gets a 50, next one gets a 50. Okay, who's gonna win this
Yep.
championship? So Jordan and Dominique resemble a lot of
Yep.
Gordon and Levine,
Yep.
how they were doing that. A lot of people say Vince Carter. Again, Vince Carter had the
He
best
was good. He was
dunks in
good
a
by
dunk
himself.
contest, yeah,
Yeah.
but the competition wasn't even really there in that one. Like
Did
they all
did
did good
Kobe
dunks,
did
right? But
Kobe win his? Kobe was
yeah,
in one. Did he win it?
yeah, that was
Okay.
his second year. Second year
Okay.
he was
Yeah.
in it.
Yeah.
So
I remember he was in one. I just couldn't remember if he actually won that one. And yes, Vince Carter. Obviously, he was a highlight reel to watch too. So
yeah,
2000
even
Vincent.
Jared
Yep,
said,
that's
yeah,
what I figured. Yeah. Yeah. I forgot
yeah,
about Vince Carter. I mean, his was crazy too. So
that
who did
was
he
the
go up?
first.
Do you know?
Oh,
Remember
it
who
was
he went up against?
see, that's the thing. Those dunk contests used to have 8 people, so it was like Steve Francis, Tracy McGrady. Um, those are the bigger names. I don't
Yeah.
even know who else was in there, but Steve Francis. Now he was short like Muggsy Bogues, but he had
Yeah.
some hops on him. I liked a couple of his dunks, but I think Baron Davis might have been in that one too.
Yeah.
He did the blindfold one where he had his headband around his eyes and
Talk about
dunked the
like
ball. But
how you think you're the greatest of all time in LeBron, and you don't even enter a dunk contest, and you dunk the way you dunk.
yeah,
I mean, that makes no sense. Like,
I
what do
know.
you? I mean, almost it's like he's scared of something, and I don't understand. Like, why would you not get into a dunk contest?
Maybe you
And the
don't want to
one
look
year,
stupid if you don't do something
well, the
crazy.
one year he teased us too. He said, "Oh, next year I'm getting in. I'm personally putting my name in the dunk contest." He never did.
This is the thing that I've always said is if you want to bring the dunk contest back, you got to put names in there. You got to
Yeah.
put big names in there. You can't just have
No.
all these rookies, and I'm not excited for that. Like
Yeah.
I didn't even I was, basketball is my favorite sport
Mhm.
personally, but I've not watched a dunk contest in a couple of years just because I'm not excited for the names in it. Like,
Yep.
okay, before last night, okay, Mac McClung. Okay,
Yeah.
don't care. But yeah, he had a
Yeah.
couple of good dunks, but
The only thing I remember him from is his high school tapes when he was dunking in
yeah,
high school. He hasn't done
yeah,
nothing in the NBA, and he's in the G League now. What they really need to do is take the dunk contest to those professional dunkers. Have you ever seen those guys on like
oh
YouTube?
yeah,
The one
yep,
guy, he has like blue hair or something, and he dunks in like jeans. But like
yeah,
he does he does everything he does is way crazier than any of those guys do. And he's
yeah,
like a really short, like a little white kid, and he would be an awesome one to see. And I can't remember what his name was. Jordan something, I thought. But if anybody has a chance, look him up on YouTube. I mean, he was absolutely insane. He like dunks in jeans, and he just
yeah.
like he does absolutely insane stuff.
Oh, Jordan. I know exactly who you're talking about. I follow him on Instagram. It
Yeah,
starts
I
with a
can't remember what
K.
his last. Yeah,
Klengen or
something. Yeah,
Jordan,
something
something
like
like
that.
that.
Yeah, he
He's
absolutely is
crazy.
insane. Yes,
Yeah,
and that's what's crazy. Like if the NBA guys can't do stuff like that, then put people like that in there. Like make it interesting, make us want to watch it. Like the NBA All Star Weekend is starting to turn into the Pro Bowl, the NFL Pro Bowl. Like
oh
first of all,
yeah,
who you gotta really? I apologize if I offend anybody, but you gotta really have no life to be sitting right now watching the NBA All Star game when you know all they're gonna do is shoot threes all day long, doing absolutely nothing. And I know Jared's gonna be like, "Oh, I'm watching the NBA All Star game." Now I'm gonna feel bad.
no, he's not watching it. He's at the All-Star game.
Jared's at it.
I believe he's at it because he was there today.
Oh,
Unless he
so
just
he
had
says he's
meet and
at the All
greets,
Star.
but
All right, now that's a totally different story. If you can actually go to it, if I could go to the Pro Bowl, NFL Pro Bowl, I mean that right there. I mean that's gonna be awesome because you can actually be there to watch it and stuff. But I can't sit there. I can't sit in front of the TV and
although
watch. Is he watching us at the NBA All Star game? Is he
okay,
like
Jared. Now you're bringing our point back around. How boring is the NBA All-Star game in person that you're watching Josh and Lucky right now?
exactly? If you're at the game and you're watching us and commenting, that's crazy.
But no, I don't even think it. Yeah, it started. Well, no, it didn't start yet. I think he's there, but it hasn't started yet because they're
Oh, okay.
behind, right?
It is so
It is
boring to
so
be
boring
honest.
to be honest. Well, so he got tickets from work to go. So it's not like he spent money to go. I mean, give me a free ticket to go. I'm going every year. But
wait, so where is it at? I mean, I'm assuming that's where Jared's from, but
it's
where's it
got
at
to
again?
be out by Utah. It's got to be out by
area. Okay.
Utah.
All
Yeah,
right.
got to be. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing with the basketball. Like, I just want there to be more. What's the word I'm looking for? Repercussions to the game. I want it to be, what if you do if the East win? It's the same. Baseball's got the best All Star game. I love the All Star game because there's consequences. You have to play hard because this determines if your team's going to the playoffs. You're going to have home field advantage, right?
Yep.
So I mean, or I believe it's for the World Series, or it could be the play. Either way, there's things that make you want to watch it. Now, basketball is just turning into a spectacle. It's just okay. Someone's gonna do a crazy off the backboard dunk. There's no defense.
I'm trying to find. Here we go. I'm trying to. Wait, is this it? No, I'm trying to find something that Charles Barkley just said here, like in the last day or so, that summarizes the whole NFL or whole NBA. So it was something like about the players and how they. Oh, where's it at?
99-92, halftime, no defense.
What? Wait, what's that?
He said it's 99-92, no defense.
What is that? Look at those.
I just blocked it. I just blocked it. I think it's a spammer on the YouTube.
Yeah. Basically, it's Charles Barkley. I can't find it, unfortunately. I need to save this stuff before the pod. But he was basically saying how these players, they'll get fans kicked out when they say one word to them. About how nowadays they do this whole no doubles. They don't want to play doubles. They don't want to play a full season because they got to be healthy, this and that, whatever. When back then they did. And if a player wants to get traded, they can just they just basically say, I want to get traded, and they're gone. Like, the players are screwing it for the fans.
Oh yeah.
And that's, at the end of the day, that's who watches these. And it's the same thing with football. Like, we are the ones that are they give you that opportunity to play basketball for a living.
Yep.
And then they just they do all this stuff, and I get it, it's a business to them, so they definitely want to do what's best for them. But I mean, they're just making it harder and harder every day for people to want to get into the game of basketball and watch them.
Yeah. No, I agree. And even my wife just said it right there. Basketball just was not what it used to be.
Yep.
Hello. Welcome into the stream. Yeah, I mean, that's why I said basketball's my favorite sport, but I've really fallen out of love with it over the last few years. It's just, I just don't like how it's played now. Yeah. I mean, I liked it back then, and maybe I'm just getting old. I have no idea, but the dunk contest used to be something cool. It's not anymore. 3-point shoot. I mean, it's all people that 3-point shootout has some good people in it.
I was gonna say Jared was there. Who won the 3-point shootout? If you don't know, if Jared's there, tell me, let us know.
3,400 each for those tickets.
Yeah, that's crazy. If you can hear us, Jared. Yeah, when who won the 3-point shootout?
I don't even know who was in it, to be honest. This is how much I don't follow.
I remember seeing it, but I can't remember some of the names. I wish I could know because I wanted to take Damian Lillard.
Damian Lillard won it.
That's pretty good. I can see him winning it. Yeah, that's good.
I mean, but I remember back in the day, I used to really set aside time. Like, I'm going to watch All-Star Weekend.
Yeah.
All of it. I don't care anymore. And that's sad to say, but I don't care about
All-Star I haven't watched it for a few years, so.
Yeah, but like I said, baseball All-Star Game, you'll see me watching that. Home Run Derby All-Star Game, I'm all about it. Really?
I don't watch much. Unless I have money on it, I don't watch anything.
Yeah.
I don't know. I love sports. I didn't watch much football this either. But if I have money on it, I'll watch it all day. I mean, I'll watch tennis if I have money on it. So
you're gonna see a different side of my wife when a card convention comes, because we're gonna go to the White Sox and Cubs game. We're gonna take you guys to that, right?
I'm gonna have to put money on that so I can get into that game.
Well,
and here's the crazy part. Wait, isn't there gonna be a Sox fan with us? Or no?
Maybe.
If there is, that's gonna be even better. Because who am I gonna bet on then? You know what I mean? Well, I mean, I have
Lucky's
to play
buying.
it.
Go to the
I like
MLB
that.
All-Star game. Lucky's
I'll
buying.
go. I'll go if
No,
someone's buying.
well, so we're gonna go to this game. If you want
Hmm.
to see a different side of like my wife, every time you've seen her is like really nice and polite.
Hmm.
She will start yelling at pitchers like, "You can't even throw a strike! Get out of there!" Like she's
Yeah, see, that's what I
aggressive.
like. That's what I like.
Yeah. So, and I've never heard a couple of swear words come out of her mouth when like we went to the Bears game, they call a flag. She's, "Oh, that's BS. You kidding me?" Like,
You know what would make it worse is if like on the pitcher part, if you put like if they throw a strike or throw a ball, you could bet on that and like in-game bets, like have her start betting on that stuff while she has like $25 on the line, and then she'll start screaming at the refs or screaming at the pitchers. That'd be even hilarious.
yeah. No, the last baseball game we went to, I believe, it sucks because we went to the baseball game. It was a good game, but it like the Cubs were down by like correct me if I'm wrong, honey, in the chat, but I think the Cubs were down like 6 or 7, and it was the 8th inning. It was freezing. I had to buy her Cubs socks, which, by the way, you go to a stadium, you buy socks. It's like
Yeah.
$28.
Oh yeah.
But I'm like, I got to keep her warm, right? So I
Yep.
buy her that stuff, and she's like, I just can't do it, honey. Like it's 8th inning, and we're gonna lose, right? I mean, we're down by 7,
Mhm.
so it was for her birthday, right? By the way, before the game, Ben Zobrist, they were doing their routine throwing ground balls, and he threw it
Yeah.
to me, so I gave it to her for her birthday.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. There was like a lady in front of me trying to grab it. I'm like, not today.
Yeah.
This is her birthday.
Yeah. Nah.
um, yeah, and she's looking at me like I'm gonna give it to her. No, ma'am, you're sadly mistaken. But yeah, so it's cold. We leave, right? And I'm like, well, let's listen to the rest of the game in the car. Cubs score like 12 runs in the 9th inning and they win. I'm like,
Oh, and they
we could have
won.
been there for that. Yeah,
Oh,
I'm like,
yeah. You're
freezing
one of
it out. We
those.
could
You're
have
one
been
of
there.
those people where
Yeah,
you leave and then the team comes back and it becomes like one of the best games of all time.
yeah.
And
See, she said we had great seats because I think it was like 2 rows back from the dugout, um,
ooh, yeah,
on
that's
the
good.
visitor dugout. So you
Yeah.
can actually like talk to the
See
players.
the
We're not behind the box, right? But
yeah.
um,
That's
it's
pretty
definitely a
cool.
good time. So right by the first baseline. So,
Yeah.
but she really likes Rizzo because that was when
Mhm.
Rizzo and Brian them were still there, but Rizzo was
Yeah.
not playing that game.
Oh.
So she's like, so I remember she Snapchatted like the first base, and then she
Yeah.
like cropped in Anthony Rizzo and said, "This could be what I'm looking at." But
Um,
yeah,
that's
but
funny.
no, it'll be a good time. We'll put some money
Yeah.
down on that game. So
Oh, definitely. Yeah, I'm gonna probably have to place a total game bet, and then I'm gonna have to place a per inning bet, just so I can stay like into it the whole entire way through. So I'm gonna have a lot of fun with that game.
yeah, and so I know some states don't allow it. We do allow sports betting here on the apps, so you could bet from the
Mhm.
stadium and be fine.
Oh, that's even nice.
Um,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
No, it's crazy. South Carolina. So I moved down here like 2 or 3 years ago, and I was living here full time. Literally, I moved down here, and 2 months later, Pennsylvania finally legalizes gambling. My whole life, I'm up there, wanted to be able to gamble, and I can't do it. I have to go to these Bodog and these offshore sites to go gamble where you can't even trust sending your money to. And then I leave up there. 2 months later, they legalized it. It was like the worst. And then I
yeah.
come down to South Carolina where you can't gamble. Like it's like a sin down here to be able to gamble on sports. So
You can't gamble down there.
the only thing you can do down here is Thrive Fantasy and Prize Picks, which I love both of those. Free advertisement
Hmm.
for
Yeah,
yeah.
Prize Picks. I don't think I've done that. There's a one called Underdog. You ever heard of that one?
I've heard of that. Yep.
That one's kind of crazy because you pick like 6 things to happen, and then you get
Mhm.
like this max payout. It happened to me once where I hit
Oh, really?
everything. It is
Yeah.
kind of difficult to do, but I
Yeah.
may start doing that. Now that football's over, I'll just start doing Underdog for like basketball and
Yeah.
baseball. I sports bet during football season.
That's my
So,
main one. Yeah, that's my main one. Well, March Madness is coming up. That's where
oh,
I'll put
true.
a couple parlays in and stuff like that.
Oh,
Yeah.
we got to do a Gym Mint 10
March
bracket.
Madness pool. Yeah,
Got to do it.
get people like Jared and then everybody in it.
Yeah, if you're watching the stream, you want in on that March Madness bracket, that'd be fun to do.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
So,
Yeah, that would be a lot of fun.
if you lose, you got to become a monthly supporter to the podcast.
Uh-huh. Yep.
But
Yep.
But yeah. So yeah, baseball season's coming, football's over, so I feel like now that the football's over and we're in that transition period, there's only basketball to talk about. We're gonna have a little bit less to talk about on these shows. We gotta find some content.
That or I'm gonna have to start watching some more basketball, I guess. I mean, one thing I could talk about in basketball, and I don't know how new it is. I don't know if it happened before last show or not, but Zion's hurt again. Hurt his hamstring. He has the weakest hamstrings of all time. And like I can't.
Yeah.
For someone whose legs are probably the size of my whole body, he has like his hamstrings are basically like rubber band. Like they just snap. So he has to get something figured out there because his cars shot up so much in the beginning of the season because he was playing great. They were playing great. And boom, just like that. Oh, my hamstrings hurt again. And I think he hurt him stretching. I don't think he hurt him in the game. He was like stretching before the game and he hurt his hamstrings or something. So I don't know. That's another guy that I would have loved to see in the dunk contest. I don't know if we'll ever get that opportunity. And I don't know if he even loves to do that, but
right. But see, there's the thing about basketball now. This is my biggest thing, right? If you have load management now, and you have, everyone takes time. Like you're not playing every day for your body and all that. Back in Jordan's days, everyone played back to back to back games, and no one was hurt that much. Like they played. Now you stub your toe. Oh, he'll be out 3 games for load management. He hurt his toe. Like toughen up. This is why you're hurt all the time. You're fragile. Like I feel like everyone in the NBA is like Mr. Glass from Unbreakable. They're just you touch them and they shatter to pieces.
Yep. Yep. I know exactly.
The toughness ain't there anymore. And it's I mean, it is there's a lot of talent in the league as far as shooting threes and all that, but it's just
on a different note, though, the true GOAT is back. I know you probably can't see it, but right behind me, I got a Tiger Woods post newspaper clipping when he won the Masters, the Tiger Slam back in like, what was it, 2000, 2001 era. He just played at Riviera. I don't know what he did today. It's Sunday, so I don't know what he did today. I know he did make the cut, and I think he played halfway decent Saturday. So I'm a huge Tiger fan when it comes to golf. And if nobody knows, I'm a huge golf fan. It's one of the sports that I like the most. I went to college and played and stuff like that, so I definitely love golf. But Tiger's back. He's not going to play a lot this year. I don't know if you know much about golf yourself, but he's not going to play much golf this year. I don't think. I think he's going to play for the majors. For any golf fans that are out there, he's going to play for the majors, and that's about it. And hopefully he can get a couple more. I'm hoping he can get the all-time record of most majors. So
if you come here, well, I mean, not if you're coming here for the card convention,
yes,
you and me are going to go golfing. And here's why. When we talk about baseball and you're kind of lost, I have zero clue about golf. I've never played it. I've never done anything. So you could show me the ropes. We'll go to a course and you show me.
I would love to take all you guys, because I don't think Scotty's ever played golf too. And I don't know if your wife's ever played golf, but I would love to take all you into the range just to watch and hit golf balls. It'd just be it'd be a comedy show. Yeah, it'd be a comedy show.
I have no form. You'll see.
Most people won't agree, and you have to like know golf to understand it. But golf is one of the hardest sports. Top golf does count. I mean, Top Golf's fun. Have you ever been? You've never been to Top Golf? I'm assuming
we did it once. Okay. We should do that.
I've done it a few times actually. But yeah, Top Golf is very fun, and but golf is one of the hardest sports to play, and that's why. I mean, look at it, like basketball players, football players, like all these professional athletes, they go to golf after their sport. And so it's one of those sports where you can play forever. You can play until you're 60, 70 years old. Once I suck at it. Hey, you have to keep playing. You gotta keep playing. Keep trying.
She went because there was drinks.
That's what Top Golf is basically fun for.
Yeah. See, that's what she just said. I get bored watching golf. For me, if I'm gonna watch golf, I'm like you. I gotta put money on it or something because I have no clue.
Yes. Well,
who's good, who's not good.
I'm sure you'll know my answer to that is I don't watch golf. I mean, I watch the majors. Like, it's sports in general. I don't watch. I mean, I love them and I'll watch them whenever it's something important. But I'll watch the majors and stuff like that. But I've played golf for the last probably 15 years or so, and I've tried to play professionally and all that stuff, and I still to this day hate golf watching it unless Tiger's playing and it's a major. Like if it's just a regular tournament, I don't care. So yeah, that just it don't mean nothing to me. But yeah, it's one of those sports where or a TV show or whatever it is, you put on a Sunday afternoon. It's a little drizzly outside. You put that on, you lay on your couch, and you fall asleep. It's a perfect sport for that, to take a little nap in the afternoon on Sunday.
No, see, for me, that's baseball. Now, I love watching baseball.
Yeah, it's baseball
but
too,
it's one of those, like, it's a spring day, right? Maybe like 70 degrees out. You got your windows cracked. Turn on the Cubs game, and you lay there and just kind of doze off while watching it. There's nothing better for me than that. I love watching baseball and just kind of like you wake up a little bit, like check the count out. Oh yeah, this is a score, full count, 3-2, doze off a little bit more. Like, yeah, I like that. So
what's a worse? How bad of a feeling is this? When you fall asleep, you have like 20 bets, NFL season. You fall asleep at the 1:00 games. You wake up at the start of the 4:00 games. You have to go back and look at the scores of the 1:00 games, and you just get demoralized. Look at each score like, I lost that one, lost that one, lost that one. And now the 4:00 games you're watching, and you win 2 or 3 of those, you're still not. You're still in the negative.
Yeah,
that's one of the worst feelings in the world.
And it's funny because me and my wife have a lot of errands to run on the weekends. So I'll place bets. I'll catch like one game and then we'll go out and I'll just get ESPN updates. Like, if I put, like, for example, Justin Fields will not get over 50 yards rushing this game. I don't think he'll do it. Then I get an update. Justin Fields explodes for 99 yards. Like, oh,
yep.
Well,
that's usually how it goes.
I'm going to check that game. Because how I do 9 leg parlays.
Yeah.
So as soon as I read one that's bad, I'm like, don't care about the rest of it. It's
don't care. Yeah, I almost want to be able to delete it off my app so I don't have to see that I'm going to lose it. Just delete it, get it off my screen. I don't care anymore.
Yeah.
But
so there's a sports betting documentary on YouTube. God, I got to think of that. I'll text it to you later. But it was about the college players that were like, they were shaving points. This is back in the 90s.
Yeah.
And they were shaving points for the guy handling the bets. He was trying to make bets and make money off the players.
Yeah.
And it's a very good documentary. It's probably like an hour and a half long.
I don't know if I've seen that one yet, so I definitely watch that one.
Because the guy's talking and he's like, yeah, so I tell him to shave the points. I'm like, because the kid is even like, I don't even know what I'm supposed to do. And he's like, win the game. Just don't, because the kid's like, I don't want to lose games. He's, you don't have to lose, but don't win by more than 6 is what I need you to do.
That's so crazy.
He goes out and does it. So all of a sudden, like, all these eyes get on him. The FBI's watching because he's putting $1 million bets on these games. And so this is back in the 90s. There's no social media or cell phones. He goes, yeah, I get a little drunk because I'm putting, $1.5 million down. And he goes, and I tell the kid, don't win by more than 6. I fall asleep in the 4th quarter. So he wakes up at like 6 a.m.
Yeah.
He's like, this is back in the 90s. I have to go down to the sports book and then wait for it to come across the ticker.
That's crazy.
And they won by 7. There was one more point that, it's a mess. I got to send it to you. You'll love watching that.
Yeah, that's terrible. Awesome. Yeah, I definitely like that. I'll probably watch that this week.
Yeah, it's a great documentary. So, yeah. What else you got?
I don't know. Yeah, I'm in basically flea market mode. So for anybody that's known, if anybody's in the Myrtle Beach area, you want to stop by, shoot me a message on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, whatever it is. I'll let you know where I'm at. I got all my stuff down here selling like crazy. But I'll tell you what, the world of the flea market business is booming. Most people wouldn't believe so, but it's crazy. And sports cars in general, we do very well down here where I'm at. We have some great deals. We have dollar boxes. We have slabs. We do awesome with Pokemon, which I'm kind of getting into more. Is Pokemon, so I'm kind of going down that avenue a little bit also myself.
Rest in peace, your 4.5 Charizard.
Yeah, I had it for like a month and a half. First time I've had it since I was like 6 years old. I had a graded one and then I sold it. So yeah, so that was a little upsetting for me, but it is what it is.
What's going
There
on,
you go,
Sean?
Sean.
Welcome to the
Sean's
stream.
taking a little nap, looks like.
Well, he's been napping all day. He hasn't even called me back, so you know.
Oh, well. But yeah, so that's where I'm at right now. I'm down, basically doing the flea market stuff, buying bulk lots. I had a nice lot today, bought a vintage lot today. Just a little bit of advice for anybody that's buying vintage lots. Make sure you know when you go to meet up and get these lots off of people. Make sure you're getting what you want in the lots. I've gotten screwed, I guess you would call it, in the long run. But there's lots I've made a lot of money on. And this one lot I bought today, the person said there's 1,900 cards in there. I unfortunately didn't go there and count them. I looked at it. It's hard to tell when they're in the like a 4-row box, stuff like that. There ended
you
up being
did
like
one of these. You look like that looks about 1,900.
Yeah, exactly. So there ended up being about 1,400 in there. But hopefully I left myself enough room to move that I can still make a little bit of a profit on them. But I was still very happy with the transaction. Vintage does very, very well nowadays. Especially with the old generation. They love getting those vintage cards in 60s and 50s. Especially baseball, you can definitely get rid of those. So I'm just down here basically selling away. I'll be down here for another 2 or 3 days, and then I'm heading back to PA.
There you go. So, and also we're not like other businesses out there that, I feel like some people use their fans and all that to get to another level. That's why I started this by thanking everyone for your support. We're at 100 subscribers. I think we can let them know a little bit of good news we did. So, because everyone's helping us get bigger, all you watching and listening, for supporting us, Jim Mint 10 Sports is now an LLC operation. So we made that big step. Pretty excited.
Yep.
I just like to share those achievements because it's because of the people listening and watching that we're making these moves and trying to do something bigger. So, just thank you guys for that. Thank you guys for the 100 subscribers on YouTube. Let's get to 200 now and, keep this rocket ship going.
Yep.
So
Yep.
yeah, thank you guys. Thank you. So, it's awesome, exciting times. So
Yeah,
I wish
much.
Scotty could be here to enjoy all the good news, but he's eating some chicken noodle soup and whatever he's doing. So
yeah. Hopefully he feels better, and we're back at it next week.
Yep, for sure. So you got anything else?
I don't on my end. No, I think I've covered everything that I wanted to talk about. Hopefully I'm gonna try to watch a little bit more basketball coming up, because I know that's where we're gonna be, and then eventually we'll be getting to baseball here very soon, and maybe we'll talk a little bit of March Madness here, obviously coming up, because that'll be starting here very soon. So I think we'll have a little bit of a break here, but I think we'll get back right on it with the sports world at least.
Yeah, when baseball starts again, me and you can take a break because it'll be the Scotty show. He knows so much about baseball.
Yep.
We could sit here and just promote and do whatever. Yeah, Scotty, can you just talk for 50 minutes about what you saw today?
Yep.
But yeah, sorry, then we'll end it there. We will be back next week. Again, thank you guys so much. Appreciate the support. And yeah, we'll see you on the next one.
Yep. Have a good one.
Talk to you later, Josh.
All right. Bye.